Dashiteru, Yakusa YouTube, and welcome to another installment in GDCT. Today, another exciting battle on the Gila Mountains between PointMan or ReflexCss playing against the Wizard of Canai, also known as HeirofCarthage. Here we are today on this map, PointMan, proving himself a very worthy player, cutting opponent after opponent in the loser's bracket here. And let's see if he will be able to go through the obstacle that is HeirofCarthage. Over here, HeirofCarthage got the Oda, and Reflex got the Takeda. Let's take a look at Reflex's army here. Reflex has brought 2 units of Bocav, 4 units of Bocav, take that back, 2 units of Great Guard, and then this army here, which you saw in the last in the last battle, it's pretty similar. He's got a lot of matchlock, a lot of pikes, but then he's supported them with some katana samurai, his general, and then he's got a unit of 2 units of these Yari Cav, Takeda Yari Cav on the back, on the right side. HeirofCarthage, well, let's take a look at his army. He's got 2 Yari cavalry on his left flank, going up here. His main army is a rush army composed of some Yari Eshigaru. He's got 2 of them at the front. He's got some Naginata warrior monks, 2 of those. Some matchlock units of his own. He's got 2 of them. No, 3 of them. No, 2 of them. Wow. And then he has 1, 2, 3 units of Nadachi samurai. Over here in the back, he's got 2 Great Guard and 2 Yari cavalry. And as you can see, the armies are sort of balanced, but the type of army that Reflex has brought today, one, the fact that Yari Eshigaru don't take damage from matchlocks, and 2, the fact that Heir's army doesn't really have a skirmish contingent. So for all Reflex cares, he could just keep repositioning his men and get until he gets the perfect position that he wants on his enemy to get the optimum shots. You can see here that a minor engagement did occur. These Yari Cav troops engaged the Oda Yari Cav, who found them in the trees on the left, and you can see that here Heir is trying to combat that. He does get some shot off into this Takeda Yari Cav, but for some reason they only shoot like a couple, and they're going to attack that matchlock unit. Spears are nearby, so you can see here that this Yari Cav is going to take a good number of damage here, going down to 34 men. Meanwhile, on this side, Reflex is using the confusion on one side of the battle to control the other side. He is sending his Great Guard and his Bocav contingent on this side, and you can see that Heir's attention seems to be poised on this side of the fight. Reflex lost pretty much his cavalry on that side, but that disturbance is going to allow a Reflex or PointMan to bring in his Great Guard, get a charge in on his opponent's Great Guard, keep shooting in with the Bocav, and at this point Heir still does not see this. Reflex using those Cav nicely to bait out this side, and I think at this point finally Heir does see it, but it looks like he's still not paying much attention. So you can see here a Great Guard unit going down. Now this one's going to charge it. Great Wing going on, another Great Guard charge happening, and now in comes this Yari Cav to support. Yari Cav are going to be faster than Bocav, so he should be able to catch them. On the left, you can see that the threat that was those 2 Yari Cav is gone. But look at what sort of damage they did. They took out 2 Yari Cav of Heir's. Heir has a light Cav here, I didn't notice them. They have been hurt. This matchlock unit down to 68 men. So definitely 2 units have paid for themselves quite well. On this side, the Great Guard of PointMan is losing to the Great Guard and the Yari Cav mixed combined arms off Heir, and now he's pulling back. ReflexCss is pulling back with what remaining Cav he has, and whether this is an attempt to distract the Cav away from this vicinity to allow Reflex to advance and set up nicely without any sort of Cav harassment, or whether he's just trying to go back to the trees and use his Bocav more effectively, we don't really know, but I'm guessing it's a little bit of both. But you can see that Heir is going to pursue, run into the trees, and try to get rid of those cav before the rest of Reflex's army moves up. Most of Heir's army is now still hidden here, and you can see that the position, if Heir's troops are here, they've got some nice cover fire, some nice cover in these trees against the Reflex's matchlock. So now seeing that Reflex's cavalry is pretty much all done and dead except this bow cav, he's going to pull back. Heir sending his light cav into these trees here. I guess he was just going to leave them at a later time, maybe just rest them or maybe keep them there as a scout. Let's go ahead and fast forward here, and you can see that Heir is going to run out of patience, run up and start positioning his own men nicely in the trees. I don't think Reflex is going to be advancing anytime soon. There goes Heir's advance. Reflex is just going to sit tight and absorb the imminent attack, and you can see that he's going to get some shots off, but these units are being blocked by this hill, and I think Heir knew this, and that's why he used his units in that order, or placed them there. He waited for one shot, and he is now going to run again. These guys are firing in ranked fire, I think. You can see now more matchlock fire going up, going to retreat behind their spears, and in comes the Odayara Yashigaru, who are going to run right into Katana Samurai, who are a part of this formation, I think, to sort of absorb these charges, weaken the enemy infantry a little bit more, and then give more time to the matchlock to do damage. You can see here this light cav was trying to hit the general. Reflex just moves his general away here towards the spears, and this light cav is going to hit that Takeda Katana Samurai, doing actually a decent amount of damage, even though they were really hurt. So you can see Heir now going up forward. He activated Banzai only on this unit. These other two units, no Banzai activated. He is going to inspire. He's going to rally his troops actually. This is a Reflex. Begin to rally his troops, and I think Heir now trying to get around the formation here. Yari Yashigaru from Reflex going around trying to get to either stop the reinforcements, and that looks like what they're trying to be doing. And you can see here that these two units of Matchlock Yashigaru should be just posed there and taking shots into his enemy, but they're not doing that at the moment because Reflex's army is now in a little pinch here. You can see that in the center and towards the right, Heir seems to have a little bit of an advantage. On the left here, Reflex is starting to swing around Heir's formation, so he needed that matchlock support as soon as he could, and now you can see matchlock shots taking place towards the line of Heir. Again, more matchlock shots here, and these guys I think are directed at the general. They got clear shots towards Oda Nobunaga, who is the general of Heir today. So you can see here, Heir's forces in the middle are starting to crumble due to all that intensive matchlock fire here. Same thing on the left. So Reflex saw that you saw that he used the trees to bring up his units in cover and then take shots at the sides of Heir's units, who were not stationed properly to fight back, really. These two units of Matchlock I think should have been placed up here, and then he could have used them to combat this unit first, outpower that, and then start swinging around Reflex's flank on his own. But at this point it's too late, too little, and you can see that really all that survives is some Naginata Warrior Monks, some Katana Samurai, and these Matchlock now doing some damage. You can see Heir has left a Katana Samurai in the trees here. I guess these were left in at the last time to sort of wait for these Matchlock to fire their shots so they can charge them. There's a Katana Samurai here that's going to bog them down. This Matchlock now changing targets, and they are, I think they're going to start shooting there. Could be mistaken. Or could be even targeting the general Oda Nobunaga, who has now gone out of stand and fight and has started to fight these Odayara Yashigaru on his own. And you can see those Matchlock over there just reloading and firing in ranks. And again, Reflex using the Matchlock and pike support really nicely here. And he has just surrounded Heir and taken out his army on the front, even though Heir did have the cav superiority at one point in the battle, similar to the battle that I had with Reflex. So Reflex again showing what sort of player he can be and how dangerous of a player he is. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Hard luck to Heir, who is also now out of the tournament. Good luck to ReflexCss or PointMan, and comment, thumbs up, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.